In today's video, I want to share with you why being overqualified isn't a weakness. It is a strategic advantage. And if you've ever been told you're overqualified and felt dismissed or a victim of ageism, this message is for you. That word is often used to just discourage you and to cause you to just to quit sometimes. Oh, she's overqualified, or it makes you feel too old. And many women over 40 carry depth, discernment, and leadership, but they really aren't sure how to position it. And instead of shrinking, you need to reframe your qualifications. I once believed that being overqualified meant I needed to scale back. I needed to pull back. I needed to not say everything. And really what I learned, it meant I needed to just reframe it and to put it out there in a different type of container. And that's what I want to share with you today. So in our scripture, Judges chapter 4, verse 4, we're going to look at Deborah. Now, Deborah, she was a prophetess. She was the wife of Lepidot, and she judged Israel at that time. So Deborah, she was a prophetess. She was leading Israel, and her experience really wasn't a threat. It was the reason why she was chosen. I want you to think about that just for a minute. Her ability, her qualifications as a leader, it was not a threat. It was what? It was why she was chosen. So your experience, your qualifications are going to be why you are chosen, because it brings discernment. If you have experience, you're going to be able to discern what the young people cannot discern. You're going to be able to manage things and be able to handle certain situations that maybe a younger, more or less qualified employee would not be able to do. But you have to reframe it during the interview process that is going to set you up to be a standout. Now, leadership, when you have leadership, that's going to reduce chaos. If there's no leader, it's just going to be a whole lot of chaos, a whole lot of this, that, and the other. And nobody's leading the group. Everybody's just, complaining or something like that. And your leadership skills, what you are bringing with you from previous work, or it's not baggage. It is actually your the desire or reason why they want you to be able to work with them. And when you reframe it in the format that is going to be in a positive light, where you're going to make sure that it is something that is going to be a benefit to that particular company, they're going to have a desire. You're not going to be a threat, and they're not going to look at you like, well, she just old, or, if you got gray hair or anything like that, she just, out of date. Those kind of things. Your language is going to have to be up to date. You're going to have to reframe it even on your resume to be able to be a benefit for that company that you're looking to. Your wisdom is just an asset, it's not a liability. So my encouragement for you today is not to shrink back from your experience. You need to just be able to steward it wisely. And my suggestion, or what I would like to suggest that you do, is to use an AI tool to go in and say, look, these are my qualifications for this particular job that I'm looking for. And you can just talk to it just like that. It's not anything scary. You're using it as a tool to help you get to where it is that you would like to be, or where God is leading you. You're not using it to take the place of you being able to think. Like some people, well, it's just going to, we're going to think less. No, you're not going to think less. You're using it as a tool to reframe. Okay, I have these qualifications, and this company needs this particular thing, and I'm looking forward for this job. How would I reframe my qualifications and the things that I have accomplished on that job to in an interview, and ask it to give you some interview questions that you may that company may ask you, and then work with it that way, just to prepare yourself for that next level. See, it's all in the preparation that we're doing in this season, in this transition. And it can't be the old way. So you don't need to shrink back from your experience. You need to just steward it. You need to be able to know that this is the next chapter where God is taking me. But you have to be able to be prepared enough to reframe your information. Don't think of it as, oh, that was what I used to do, or I used to do this, or no, bring all of that wisdom, discernment, knowledge, ability, skills. Be thankful and understand that God has blessed you with that to take to that next level, to take to that next place that He has for you. You're not leaving those things behind. You're building on what it is that you already have. Now, even if the position is all different, completely different, you're still going to know how to handle some things that other people won't know how to handle. And if you reframe it during the interview, then you will place yourself at a higher value level than you would be if you just answered their questions. Well, I did this. Yes, I did that. There's no excitement. Well, I know how to do this. I know how to, do this kind of skill. It's not reframing, and it's not putting you in a position of where you want to be seen as an asset and not a liability. Because I believe that they will be excited if you say, okay, I did this when I worked here, and this is what I accomplished. Rather than I was just a leader of 20 people in my department. That says nothing about your talents or your ability to be an asset to that particular company. So your quote unquote overqualifications are really not overqualifications. They're just your skill set that you're going to move to the next level. They're just the things that you're going to take with you wherever it is that you go in the future. It's not baggage, it's not old, it's not what I used to be. Now you can leave some of those attitudes maybe back there, or the things that maybe didn't go so well. You don't need to take all that negativity with you, but you do need to take the things that God has placed on the inside of you, all of the things that you've learned, all the wisdom that you have. Now if you need some help with that, I've created a career clarity guide, because I believe that all of us need to know our potential, our passion, and our purpose. We need to know where we are going. We need to have a roadmap. We need to have that roadmap. And if you just even answer some of the questions, you should be able to get some kind of clarity on what is your next step. You need to be able to do that. So the link is in the description, so you can download that. And I do want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, and you have a great one.